Hello guys, I'm doing this video mostly for myself, but if it can help anybody, that would be great. This is a C2 2002. I was fighting with it 4 hours to get the expansion tank out last night with no luck, and this morning I recalculated my route and completed it within maybe an hour, maybe less. So this is mostly for myself. If I'll have to do it in the future, so I'll save myself some time. But again, if somebody can make something out of it, that is nice. So first thing, what I did, I disconnected the power steering bracket that holds the lines, and I mounted a jack underneath in the center of the pan, and obviously disconnected the mounts and dropped the engine as much as I could. Second thing that I did, and this is very important because yesterday it was killing me. After obviously disconnecting all the lines, which is pretty straightforward, nothing to talk about, I disconnected also the fuel line. To disconnect the fuel line, basically you need to, there's another line here, so I'll expand on this one. There's a little gray button that you need to press it in and then pull out, and it will disconnect. Same thing is here, it's just that the button is from the other side, from the back. So again, what I did, I removed this cap. I guess it's the pressure regulator of some sort for the injection system. What I did, I removed the fuel tank cap just to pressurize the whole system, or depressurize the whole system. And very important, I use two wrenches, 18 and 19. 19 goes to the cap itself, and the 18 needs to go here on the bottom to support it, because if you're not going to do that, you're going to break the whole, you can break the whole rail, and then you are in deep problems. So obviously I had to take the secondary air pump and everything that was in the way. The pain in the butt is basically to take the tank out, so the expansion tank. So after removing this little thingy, gives you a little bit more room to pull the whole tank towards you and give it a little bit of an angle. And that's when the fight starts, is when you need to, and believe me, you don't have any other choice without doing that, is remove this bracket. It has two screws, one in the front and one in the back. So obviously when the expansion tank is out of the way, it's easy to get to the one in the back. The problem is the one in the front. So what I did, I got myself a set of tools. I got a swivel 10 millimeter socket, and I also used this thing with a short extension. Let me see, where can I find it? Oh, here it is. So the extension goes here, and can do it with one hand. The extension goes here. A 10 millimeter socket goes on top of that. I use this one. I use this ratchet, was enough space to do the rear one, the rear screw, and then I use this one just, you know, to break it. Now the tricky part is to get this tool inside. So what I did, I had to take the tank, the new tank, the old tank, before I took it out. I have to tilt it this way, slide the tool from the back, and go. Once I broke the screw, I just took the swivel one with the short extension, and I opened it with my fingers. Once the black bracket was all the way out, the tank came out with no issue. I put in the new one, the new expansion tank. Another one thing that I recommend is to remove the sensor in the beginning of the process. It's fairly easy. It's a quarter of a turn, and then it just pulls out to make your life easy. And then you're not going to break it by mistake. after I put in the new tank, obviously now I had to put the bracket first. So what I did is I took the screw and I inserted it into the first hole, all right, with this long socket, and I had the screw with a little bit of electrical tape so it won't fall down. I mounted it in a way that is sticking out just a little bit, and I also used the tape to hold the socket to the plastic part. Once I wiggled everything in place, I didn't want anything to fall out, but once I wiggled it into place, I had a little space right here. I started obviously with the front screw, which is the hardest one. So I had a little space I could kind of finagle it and see that it's going in. Wasn't easy, but you know, wasn't that bad either. I finger tightened it as much as I could. Then I moved to the back one, which again is relatively easy to do. All this process you have to kind of play with the angle of the new tank to see where you get comfortable. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much easy. I tightened it as much as I could with the hand, and then I went back to that little ratchet tool. Went inside there, give it the final tightness, and that's about it. And don't forget to put back your fuel pressure regulator or whatever that is. Thanks for watching.